name is Golden One. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we're going to talk about how to make your loop a little bit more interesting, or how to kind of jazz up your loop, or whatever you want to call it. Add some effects to your loop, or maybe play live and do something like that. So what I've done there, first of all, thanks to all the new subscribers and people buying me a coffee. We bought a new mic, DJI mic. It's my birthday next weekend, so I took the money that I made from the sample pack, Deadly Drums Volume 1, and I bought this little microphone. So I'm putting it back into this channel. So thank you everyone for supporting me on Buy Me a Coffee. If you like this kind of content, please drop a like, a comment, and all those kind of good things. But let's get back to the video. So what I've done here is I got a little beat, and what I've done is we got this sound. So if we go into the mute and we mute kind of everything, let's mute everything except that sound. So that's the sound. So we're just playing with the end and the start. And then we can loop it. Oh, because I'm in mute. Okay. So go out of mute. So I'm just basically playing with the start and end point. So you can record that. So this doesn't record in the sequence record. So it won't record that information. You can then obviously do that and then do a recall if you want. Or you can just do it as a live effect, like maybe you're playing beats live, you want to add some variety to your loop. But what you can do, which is really cool, is you can do it with a filter, right? So let's take another sequence. I copied the sequence. And then we go into, now if you want to swap samples without triggering the sample, right? So say I go into sample, right? I want to affect, okay, let's put this back first. So now I'm going to press sample, there's the bass. Now I only affect the bass. See, it's not triggering the actual sample. So if you hold down the sample button, and you press whatever pad, it will show you the sample, but it won't trigger the sample. So that's how you can kind of, while you're playing live, you can go into the sample and manipulate that sample. So let's do the same thing. Let's choose this guitar, and let's go into filter. Now you can record that, but right at the end of the loop, you need to switch it off. So what could happen is if you go back to your original loop, it will stay in that filter section. Other things you can do is you can play around with the tune. So this one is a little bit harder because, yeah, let's try it out. Let's just say you're playing it. I don't know, that's kind of not the best, I feel like, practice, because it'd be hard to, everything is kind of in tune, so you're putting everything out of tune. But the filter you can mess around with, and then the volume, I guess the warp. So the other things, the pan and things, that can be recorded. So now say let's mess around with the filter again, right? So I'm going to press sequence record, and let's mess around with it. can see, so there we go. Now there's other things you can do here. Just have fun with it. I mean, this is one sound that I basically, so let's go to the original sequence. I just basically played 16 levels. Just like that. So, I mean, if it's one sound, it'll obviously be much easier to manipulate than a bunch of sounds. So just play around with this. I found this the other day. I was really ill this week. I don't know if you can hear my voice. And I was kind of heavy medicated, and I made this weird beat, which I kind of like. And then the next day, next couple of days, I was kind of like, oh, I wonder if I can just manipulate the sound a bit. And I was messing around with the trim and stuff, and I was like, hey, this kind of works. This could be like a good way to manipulate beats in a live, maybe in a live set, or like maybe, yeah, you can record the filter and stuff also in different sequences. So yeah, the trim beginning, trim and end, you can then obviously you can re-record that by doing the recall function. Anyway, guys, I don't want to make this video too long. I thought I'd show you this little tip. I think it's like a great way and a very kind of experimentative or fun way just to mess around with your loops. I'm Golden One. Check out my drum pack, Juicy Drums Volume 1, and have a great rest of your week. If you want to help out the channel, just drop a comment. If you don't know what to say, just say hi. If you have any questions, feel free to ask, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Volume 1, Juicy Drums, Volume 1, Chocolate.